Hi everyone. In the previous session, already we see some solved examples. Those are already seen in previous IIT JEE exams. Okay. Now go to the next one. See the radius of which of the following orbit is same as that of the first Bohr's orbit of hydrogen atom. Okay, what is the formula for radius of nth orbit? Radius of nth orbit Rn is equal to 0.529 into n square by z. N square by z, where n is represents where the in which orbit the electron is present, and z represents the atomic number of the element. Here, what is it? The radius of first orbit of hydrogen atom. Okay, so the radius of first orbit of hydrogen atom means the electron is present in first orbit, means the n value is a 1. N value is a 1. And hydrogen has atomic number that Z is 1. So here the n square by Z value is a 1 square by 1, that is a 1. That means here in these four options, the one which has a n square by Z value is a 1, that is a equal to the radius of hydrogen atom. That is the electron present in first orbit of hydrogen atom. Now we will check one after other. Here helium. Helium atomic number Z is a 2 and the electron is present in a second orbit. So the n square by Z value means 2 square by 2 is a 2. So not equal to 1. So this is not a correct option. Go to the second one. B. Lithium Li plus 2 means the atomic number of lithium is a 3 and the electron is present in second orbit, means the Z n square by Z is a 2 square by 3 means 4 by 3, that is a 1.33 like that. So this is also not equal to 1. And next option C. Li lithium same atomic number 3 but the electron is present in third orbit. So here n is a 3, so 3 square by 3, that is a 3. Okay, so it is also not a 1, so not equal to the radius of first Bohr orbit of hydrogen atom. Go to the last option, option D, that is a Ba plus 3 and the electron is present in second orbit. Here the atomic number of beryllium is a 4 and the electron is present in second orbit of beryllium. So here n square means 2 square by 4, that equal to 1. So here n square by Z is equal to 1. So the beryllium, the electron present in second orbit of beryllium have a same radius of a like first orbit of hydrogen atom. Okay, whatever the first orbit of hydrogen shows a radius, that is also shown by the electron present in a second orbit of beryllium. Second orbit of beryllium. See the next one. The energy of an electron in the first Bohr's orbit of hydrogen atom is minus 13.6 eV. The possible energy values of the excited state for electron in Bohr's orbit of hydrogen is, okay, what he gave? He gave the first Bohr orbit of hydrogen atom energy, that is a minus 13.6 eV. Then what he asked, if an electron is jumped from that energy level to excited state, what are the possible energies of that excited states? Okay, see here the energy of our nth orbit has a formula. En is a minus 13.6 into Z square by Z square by n square eV per atom. eV per atom. Here the given energy of first Bohr orbit of hydrogen is minus 13.6. That means minus 13.6 means here the Z square by n square is 1. That means the atomic number already hydrogen is a 1 square and first Bohr orbit means a 1 square, so 1. Okay, so here see the nucleus, and it is surrounded by a infinite number of energy states. In that, the electron present in first energy state, if it is excite from first energy state to second energy state, or first energy state to third energy state, like that up to infinite. Okay, so now we calculate the excite, what is the energy of our excited states. See here, these are first, that means here the energy of a first, that means the ground state of the hydrogen. The energy of a second energy state, that is a E2 is a minus 13.6 into hydrogen. Atomic number is a constant. So 1 square by, if electron is present in E2 means second energy state. So 2 square. So minus 13.6 by 4, that equal to 3.4 minus 3.4 eV. The possible excited state, the energy of excited state is a minus 3.4 minus 3.4 eV. If our electron is jumping from first to third energy level, the energy of excited state E3 is equal to minus 13.6 into 1 square by 3 square means 9. So that equal minus 13.6 by 9. That is a minus 1.5 like that eV per atom. These are, if electron is jumped from first energy state to third energy state, the energy of the excited state is a minus 1.5 eV per atom. Okay. This is a electron may be jumping from first to second energy state. If electron is jumping from first to third energy state, the energy of the, see the next one. According to Bohr's theory, En is equal to total energy, Kn is a kinetic energy, and Vn is a potential energy, and Rn is the radius of nth orbit. Radius of nth orbit. Then match the following. Here, Vn by Kn is, and radius of nth orbit is proportional to En power x. What is the x? And angular momentum in lowest orbital, and 1 by Rn is proportional to z power y. What is the y? Okay, we will see one after another. See Vn by Kn. What is the Vn? Vn is a potential energy. Kn is a kinetic energy. According to the Bohr atomic model, the potential energy is equal to minus kz square by r. Kz square by r. And kinetic energy is a kz square by 2r. Here kz square cancel, and r also cancel. Here 1 by 2 means minus 1 by 2 means 2. So minus 2. The ratio of potential energy and kinetic energy is a minus 2. So option C. And go to the second one. If radius of nth orbit is proportional to energy of our x. See here, the energy of nth orbit is a minus kz square by 2r. Minus kz square by 2r. Here, the energy and r are, how they are inversely related. So here, the x is a, if you think the energy nth orbit is inversely related to a radius of nth orbit. Directly means inverse of nth orbit is directly related to energy radius of nth orbit. Okay, inverse of energy of nth orbit is directly proportional to nth orbit radius. So here the energy power is a minus 1. And next, angular momentum in lowest orbital. According to Bohr, we know angular momentum mvr equal to nh by 2 pi. Here n is started from 1, the lowest value is h by 2 pi. If it is not there means n equal to 0. N equal to 0 means whole value is a 0. So here the lowest value is a 0. And 1 by r bar in is proportional to z bar by. Here Rn means a radius of nth orbit. So the radius of nth orbit is equal to 0.529 into n square by z. That means radius of nth orbit is inversely related to atomic number. Inversely related to atomic number. That means if our radius is a inverse means z is a power 1. Okay. Here Rn is a 1 by z means 1 by Rn is a z. Okay. Here it will also wrote like Rn is proportional to z inverse 1. That means 1 by Rn is proportional to z bar plus 1. So here the z bar by y is a 1. That means a d. Okay. The ratio of Vm by Kn is a minus 2. And here if our nth orbit radius is directly proportional to nth orbit of energy means the energy power is a minus 1 inverse of the nth orbit energy. And angular momentum in a lowest orbital means if n is a 0, the orbital have a lowest angular momentum, that is 0. And inverse of the radius, that is 1 by r, and radius of nth orbit is proportional to z bar by, where it is means if y is a 1, y is a 1. See the next one, the orbital diagram in which half-bow principle is violated. First of all, what is a half-bow principle? Half-bow principle means the electron enters into first the orbital which have a lowest energy. After the electron enter into a higher energy orbital. If you take a s and p orbitals in a same main energy level, s orbital have a low energy and p orbital have a high energy. Here the s orbital and p orbital are there, but here the indication of a main energy level is not there. But according to s and p orbital, we will give a preference. S orbital have a low energy and p orbital have a high energy. Okay. First, the electron enter into a low energy orbital. After filling the lower energy orbital, electron enter into a higher energy orbital. See the option A, electron s orbital. The maximum accommodated electrons in s orbital is at 2. P orbital are 6. Okay, 1 to 6. Here, first in option A, s orbital 2 electrons are filled. After electron enter into a p orbital. Here in option B, s orbital, the s orbital is filled with only 1 electron. After the electron enter into p orbital. Here complete filling of s orbital is not complete filling of s orbital is not takes place. So here the which one is violates the half bow? Second one. Why means electron enter into, that means complete filling of s orbital is takes place after the electron enter into p orbital. Why the s orbital have a low energy and p orbital have a high energy? Okay, but here in the second one, option B, the filling of s orbital is not takes place, but electron enter into a p orbital. Okay, and check the remaining two. Option C, here s is a 2 electrons, p is a 3 electrons. Here s orbital is completely filled after the electron enter into a p orbital. In option D, here also s2 and p5. Here also s is completely filled after the electron enter into d orbital. Okay, and see the next one. Okay, find the d Broglie wavelength of the electron in the first Bohr orbit. First, write down an equation for de Broglie wavelength. Lambda is equal to h by mv. Here what he asked, de Broglie wavelength of the electron in the first Bohr orbit. First Bohr orbit means here in the equation h is a Planck's constant. Already you know the value 6.625 into 10 power minus 34 joule second. And here m is a mass of electron. What is the mass of electron? 9.1 into 10 power minus 31. 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kg. And v is the velocity of electron. Where it is in a first Bohr orbit. First Bohr orbit. Write down a formula for velocity, that is 2.18 into 10 power 6 into z by n meter per second. Z by n meter by second. See here, Bohr's orbit, that means Bohr's theory is explained hydrogen. So atomic number is a 1 and the electron present in first Bohr orbit n is a 1. So the velocity of electron is 2.18 into 10 power 6 meter per second. Meter per second. You know the h value, m value and v value. Substitute the values in formula and calculate the lambda. So lambda is equal to 6.625 into 10 power minus 34 joule second. Here we have units kg and meter per second. So convert joule second into kg meter square per second. Kg meter square per second. And mass is 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kg. Into velocity is 2.18 into 10 power 6 meter per second. Per second cancel. Meter square will be cancelled. Kg will be cancelled. So the lambda is equal to here 10 power minus 31 and 10 power plus 6. 10 power minus 25. Minus 25 going to up, it will be converted into plus 25. Plus 25. So see, 10 power minus 34 into 10 power plus 25. 6.625 by 9.1 into 2.18, that is a 19.87, like that we will get 19.87. So into meter. Okay, here I will note here. So lambda is equal to 6.625 by 19.875 is cancels 0.33 like that into 10 power minus 9 meter. 10 power minus 9 meter means we will write 1 nanometer. So lambda is equal to 0.33 nanometer, or otherwise we will write 3.3 into 10 power minus 10 meters. That is equal to 10 power 10 meters equal to 1 angstrom. So 3.3 angstroms, because lambda wavelength is calculated in nanometers and angstroms, micrometers, millimicrometers, like that. Here the wavelength, de Broglie wavelength of electron in first Bohr orbit is 0.33 into 10 power minus 9 meter, or 0.33 nanometer. Otherwise 3.3 into 10 power minus 10 meter, that equal to 3.3 angstroms.